Never stop dreaming. Never stop dreaming. Never stop dreaming. Never stop dreaming. Never stop dreaming.
Hello, everybody, and welcome into the Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show, which is sponsored by Roush Coleman Homes. The Spartans, midway through the year, go on the road, roll into Tulsa, and take out Booker T up at S.E. Williams. Lauren Montgomery, what a week. It was a really interesting night, their homecoming, and you guys go up there and you shut them out 31-0.
Yeah, a fun night. I tell you, anytime you go to S.E. Williams Stadium and hold them to 0 points, it's a good night. Real proud of our defense, our defensive effort, our defensive linemen, 3 first-year starters, seniors, 4 us up front that are just playing like their hair's on fire, doing a really good job, and the defense all together and a good team effort. I think offensively we felt like we left some points out there. However, we'd scored more points on Booker T than they had given up all year. So we're pleased with the effort. Glad to come away with a win and being 2-0 in the district.
And you guys really looked prepared, especially defensively, for the speed and the athleticism you're going to see from Booker T. And, of course, to have good practice, you have to have good practice players to get you ready. Let's talk about our practice players of the week.
Yeah, big emphasis on what we're trying to do. Each week one of our practice players goes out for the coin toss as a captain with our other 3 captains, and this week it was Grant Dishman, senior wide receiver, plays on some special teams, just does a phenomenal job for us, a program guy, one of the most selfless dudes I know. But he did a great job for us all week in practice at wide receiver, along with sophomore quarterback Christian Burt. He gave us a great look at Gentry Williams and what Booker T. Washington was going to do. So without those guys, we wouldn't have been as effective as we were on Friday night.
All right, so the Spartans with a big win. We're going to have some highlights when we come back and also talk about what's coming up this week, which is going to be homecoming against Ponca City. We'll come back with your first half highlights from the Booker T game.
The Bixby Football Coaches Show is brought to you by Roush Coleman Homes, improving quality of life, one home at a time. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. Primo Mitsubishi, where the value always exceeds price. Midwest Sporting Goods, put some Midwest best on you. Nowlin Orthodontics, live life smiling. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love for the game. Doc's Country Mart, check us out at okcountrymart.com. BTC Broadband, stay connected with us. Billings Construction Group, our service is unequaled. Matthews Ford, come get your Ford certified vehicle today. And by Baker Pools.
For most buyers nowadays, energy efficiency is one of the top things on their list. At Roush Coleman, it's a top priority for us, and our customers are able to live in one of the most energy efficient new homes built. As a result of that, you're going to see that those utility bills are less than anything else you're going to see with a used home or an apartment that you live in.
Well, it's been a busy day of college football. Let's get caught up on the action. First up, Alabama. This play right here shows what eating chicken will do for you. Lots of broken tackles here. It's the chicken.
No idea what you're talking about.
Joey Galloway is here with chicken predictions.
My what?
Touchdown chicken.
Okay, are we filming right now?
Chicken, 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 chicken.
What is going on?
I don't know. Oh, that was weird.
New management.
Start your game day with the new Hash Brown Scramble Bowl from Chick-fil-A.
Henry Primo for Primo Mitsubishi. We're proud to be a sponsor of Bixby football. I hope you'll show your support of Coach Montgomery and the team. They're champions just like we are at Primo Mitsubishi. So come see me, Primo Mitsubishi, 15309 South Memorial, Bixby.
I've been a proud patient of Dr. Ryan Nowlins for the past 5 years with my kids. He really only treats when it's time and he's ready. We came back later and he put braces on my son, who just got them off last week. His teeth look amazing.
Now in orthodontics, we're different. I think the first thing you notice when you walk in the door is going to be an energy and enthusiasm and of a team that really loves what we do, and we like to have fun every day.
Well, the Spartans roll over into Tulsa, taking on Booker T at S.E. Williams, the historic, venerable S.E. Williams Stadium, and it was quite a night, packed house. Obviously, they're jacked up for homecoming, and you're dealing with a team on the defensive side of the ball is really stout.
Oh, without a doubt. You know, the thing that stands out about Booker T is in the back end, they're able to play man coverage, which, as you can see, they get a lot of guys down in the box and can really pack it, which makes it difficult to run. So you're going to have to max protect, get open in man coverage, and take advantage of some of those looks that they do give you, which is still really, really tough.
Yeah, real fight there at S.E. Williams. Let's get into your first half highlights as the Spartans take on Booker T's Hornets.
And coming out right here, that was just a game plan. We were trying to max protect a little bit and throw to some man coverage, but they came out and had a little bit different scheme, playing a safety over the top of Brennan Presley, and so we didn't get straight man coverage, but Mason does a good job scrambling around. And then here on the flood route hits Trevin Holt, and Trevin does a good job of picking up some extra yardage right there and getting us in good field position, setting us up for a first score right here with Braylon Presley with a 19-yard run on the counter play. Does a great job. He's just amazing the way he can start and stop. Good block by Chad Tenney on that play as well. A little miscommunication here in Booker T's backfield, and I think Owen DeWoody and Bear Daniel are there to greet him. And Mason Van Pelt, senior nose guard right here, doing a good job running the football, just playing his rear end off. Tyler Parsons with a little bit of pressure, Brody Sarton, and then finally Bear Daniel gets Gentry Williams out of bounds there with his great speed. Braylon Presley right here on another great counter play right up the middle and behind some good blocking behind Kobe Williams, Chad Tenney, Caleb Townsend, and some of those guys. We hit Trevin here on the out route, and Trevin does a good job of being elusive, picking up some extra yardage there, getting us in great field position, and then we're able to pin him deep. Unfortunately, turned the ball over on that drive, but we did pin him deep and are able to pin our ears back just a little bit as a defense here at the end of the first quarter and force them to punt out of their own end zone right here. And on this punt, we do a good job of setting up a return. Brennan does a nice job of showing his elusiveness on his punt return, and then you'll look at the blocking down the field right here. You got Jordan Reagan, you got Trevin Holt, you got Owen DeWoody, a lot of our defensive guys finding work. And then they have an illegal hit or something, which gives us good field position there, and we're able to punch the ball in. We scrambled just a little bit right there. Mason doing a good job showing you how elusive he is and still able to complete the ball. Complete the ball to Braylon Presley right here out of bounds and just a little short of the end zone. And so we bring Reese on to hit the chip shot field goal right there, his first field goal of the year. Reese really had a good night in the kicking game. Owen DeWoody right here on a great tackle for loss. I think Owen had a couple of TFLs and a couple of sacks on the night. Tyler Parsons, senior defensive lineman, flushing him. Brody getting a little pressure, and then you just really have to gang tackle and pursue the ball well with their quarterback. He has such great speed. Doing a great job getting off the block right there. Bear Daniel from his outside linebacker position doing so good. I believe Brody Sarton and Nick Waddell from their inside linebacker positions doing a good job. Nick Waddell cleans it up right here on number 4. You'll just notice that defensive line doing a great job here on 4th down. We knocked the ball loose and end up trying to scoop that thing. I thought we might be able to scoop and score, but nonetheless, we regained possession of that. And then Mason drops back and throws the slot fade here to Trevin. Trevin nearly getting it in the end zone. We have to go to the jumbo package here, and Carson Chambers doing a good job from the Wildcat, banging that thing into the end zone behind the block of Kobe Williams. Nick Waddell right there doing a great job from the inside linebacker position, being physical and a great tackle. Right here, Carson Chambers, Brody Sarton, got a lot of those defensive guys in on the tackle on the quarterback. Mason Williams dropped back and hits the out route right here to Brennan Presley, and just Brennan showing you his talent and his ball skills and his ability to get yards after catch. Mason does a good job pulling the ball down, being smart with it, hook slide, not taking a hit. And then we get a stretch play right here, and Stephen Dreyer and Caleb Townsend make a couple of the best blocks of the night right there to get us a crease and get in the end zone and take it into halftime with a 24-0 lead.
All right, so the Spartans with a shutout so far. We've got a second half of highlights from S.E. Williams coming up next.
For most buyers nowadays, energy efficiency is one of the top things on their list. At Roush Coleman, it's a top priority for us, and our customers are able to live in one of the most energy efficient new homes built. As a result of that, you're going to see that those utility bills are less than anything else you're going to see with a used home or an apartment that you live in.
I've been a proud patient of Dr. Ryan Nallens for the past 5 years with my kids. He really only treats when it's time and he's ready. We came back later and he put braces on my son who just got them off last week. His teeth look amazing.
Now in orthodontics, we're different. I think the first thing you notice when you walk in the door is going to be an energy and enthusiasm and of a team that really loves what we do, and we like to have fun every day.
On game day, football players aren't the only ones suiting up. Our crew's ready for any play.
Yeah, can I get one box? Extra sauce and toast. Hydrated Idaho, Idaho. Tailgate to go.
So that's a box combo with extra cane sauce, Texas toast, fresh squeezed lemonade with crinkle cut fries, and a 25-finger tailgate?
Nailed it!
Football's just part of who we are. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I was at my yearly checkup when I was 12, and we went and got x-rays, and she diagnosed me with scoliosis and that we needed surgery as soon as possible.
Tulsa Bone and Joint was very compassionate. They took their time with us. They answered questions. He was very encouraging.
Dr. Clark helped me see that there is life after spinal fusion. Just because your spine is fused doesn't mean that you can't do what you love to do.
Henry Primo for Primo Mitsubishi. We're proud to be a sponsor of Bixby football. I hope you'll show your support of Coach Montgomery and the team. They're champions just like we are at Primo Mitsubishi. So come see me, Primo Mitsubishi, 15309 South Memorial, Bixby.
The Spartans rolling on the road at halftime. They're up on Booker T, and they're at S.E. Williams. Quite an environment. It was their homecoming, Lauren, and obviously it's a special place to play. A lot of people really get into it out there, and fun environment. Your team right now, defensively, shutting them out. You feel like you've got a pretty good handle on that, and offensively, I think you've left a few things maybe on the table, but you guys are starting to find some room.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we had some penalties that cost us. We had some self-inflicted wounds that cost us that we feel like maybe 10 to 14 points were left out there in the first half. And so that was a big emphasis that we needed to come out, and we knew we were going to have to be able to run the ball effectively just a little bit to work on some clock, and defense was going to have to hold. But we needed to be smart in those situations and come out and hopefully hold on to that shutout.
Well, let's take a look at the second half highlights. Spartans right now up 24-0.
Coming out here in the second half, you'll see our defense on the field, and once again, that defensive line doing a good job. I believe that's Mason Van Pelt and Tyler Parsons from that defensive line position doing a nice job. Carson Chambers getting pressure, coming off of a block and tackling their talented quarterback. Quarterback pulls it right here, and we do a nice job corralling. That right there is a good example why that defensive line has to pursue to the ball. Tyler Parsons making a nice play. Brody Spartan in on the action right there, and then they throw the quick screen out there, and you'll see Tanner Doyle, I think, from his safety position. Tanner really coming on, had a lot of tackles on the evening. And then running the dive up the middle, Bear Daniel and some of the guys in on the tackle, and kind of trying to run the speed option or triple look right here, it looks like, and spit the ball out to their wide receiver for a few good yards. They're a good play design on their coach's part. And then right here, Carson Chambers on the sack, Brody Spartan on the sack, just a big play for us when they get down in that red zone. This drive right here I really thought was a key point in the game when they were down threatening, and we were able to hold and get our offense back out there and hit the slant route to Brennan. That's only one catch right there, but in the stat book anyway, and then Brennan pulls it down and does an excellent job with his feet, just showing you how fast and elusive he is. And we hit the stretch play right here to Braylon. Braylon does a good job in behind the block as Stephen Dreyer, Caleb Townsend, Chad Tenney, Cody Pascal, those guys up front doing a really nice job. Mason Williams scrambling. Okay, and then the kicking game was a big part. Got a lot of hidden yardage in the kicking game. You'll see us down this thing on the 1 yard line, on about the 3 yard line, and our punt team doing a nice job of flying down the field. Reese did a good job putting a little backspin on that punt, and allows us to hopefully threaten them out of their end zone just a little bit. They throw the quick screen right here, Tanner Doyle, Jordan Reagan, Jordan doing a nice job, Brendan Presley tackling in the open field, Owen DeWoody on a great tackle from his defensive end position, and we hit the shade route right here to Brennan, and Brennan does a nice job of getting to the edge and picking up some extra yardage for the first down. Some of that was taken back with a holding call there, and then come back when we hit the slot fade right here to Trevin Holt for his first touchdown of the evening, and that'll bring us to a final score of 31-0, Mark.
All right, so big win for the Spartans there, 31-0, get the shutout. And, boy, you had a lot of guys that really came up big in this game. Let's get to our final stats, which are sponsored by Primo Mitsubishi.
Yeah, first downs on the evening. We each had 14 first downs. They were able to move the ball, but credit our defense for keeping them out of the end zone. 306 total yards of offense to 185. We had 236 to the air to their only 54 yards. Rushing, only 70 yards. We gave up a few sacks there, which we certainly don't like to do, but we're going to get better in that area. A lot of penalties on the evening. We had 7, they had 11. And then on turnovers, each team had 1 turnover. That's a stat that we look to improve upon. Mason Williams, just another stellar night, 15-17 for 236 and 1 touchdown. Rushing, Braylon Presley had 11 totes for 88 yards. He's still averaging over 8 yards a carry on the season. Carson Chambers had a couple of carries down there in the jumbo package and 1 touchdown receiving. Trevin Holt had 6 catches for 137. Brendan Presley had 7 for 96. Tackles, a lot of guys in on the action. Brody Sarton, our leading tackler on the season, had 15 tackles, 2 TFLs, and 2 sacks. Bear Daniel had 14 tackles, had tackle for a loss, 1 sack. Tanner Doyle from his safety position had 12 tackles, and Carson Chambers had 2 tackles for loss and 1.5 sacks. And then special teams, Reese with his first field goal of the year, a 37-yard field goal, and so getting a lot of good play out of a lot of guys, Mark.
All right, so you take care of that district test on the road. Now you head back home to take on Ponca City, which is 3-2 on the year, and they are headed in the right direction in year number 2 for Scott Harmon.
Yeah, without a doubt, Coach Harmon knows what he's doing. You just look at the roster, and you can kind of see what direction his program's going. Last year maybe he had about 60 guys on the roster. This year up to 75, and he's a charismatic guy. He knows a lot of football, and so we definitely have one of the best Ponca City teams we've seen in a long time coming in for homecoming.
Yeah, and homecoming always special. Obviously, the last home game you had Military Appreciation Night, and they really put on quite a show there. And obviously, same thing with homecoming, which is a special night for the entire community, really.
Without a doubt, we're limited this year on our home games. We don't have that many, and so our community is excited about the homecoming event, and they're going to come out and support us. Should have another good crowd, but just like I told the players on Saturday, the only thing that's important about homecoming is winning that football game on Friday night, so the rest of the weekend can be positive.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, that's 7 o'clock. Talk more about that when we come back. We'll have our Player of the Week.
For most buyers nowadays, energy efficiency is one of the top things on their list. At Roush Coleman, it's a top priority for us, and our customers are able to live in one of the most energy efficient new homes built. As a result of that, you're going to see that those utility bills are less than anything else you're going to see with a used home or an apartment that you live in.
Well, it's been a busy day of college football. Let's get caught up on the action. First up, Alabama. This play right here shows what eating chicken will do for you. Lots of broken tackles here. It's the chicken.
No idea what you're talking about.
Joey Galloway is here with chicken predictions.
My what?
Touchdown chicken.
Okay, are we filming right now?
Chicken, 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 chicken.
What is going on?
I don't know. Oh, that was weird.
New management.
Start your game day with the new Hash Brown Scramble Bowl from Chick-fil-A.
Henry Primo for Primo Mitsubishi. We're proud to be a sponsor of Bixby football. I hope you'll show your support of Coach Montgomery and the team. They're champions just like we are at Primo Mitsubishi. So come see me, Primo Mitsubishi, 15309 South Memorial, Bixby.
I've been a proud patient of Dr. Ryan Allen's for the past 5 years with my kids. He really only treats when it's time and he's ready. We came back later and he put braces on my son, who just got them off last week. His teeth look amazing.
Now in orthodontics, we're different. I think the first thing you notice when you walk in the door is going to be an energy and enthusiasm and of a team that really loves what we do, and we like to have fun every day.
It's time for our Now in Orthodontics Player of the Week, and a senior, Trevin Holt, who had a really solid game against Booker T. Trevin, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, let's talk about your big night, 137 yards, catching the football, 6 catches, and a touchdown. Just tell me about what you guys saw offensively out there.
We saw a lot of press man and a lot of man over. So the offense that we tried to run was a bunch of man beaten, so verticals, posts, curls, comebacks, and I think we executed very well with the way that they were playing, with Brennan having a man on him with a safety over top, allowing our other guys to get free.
Talk about how hard you guys work as a unit, your receivers. I mean, we could talk about all the different guys on offense, obviously, that make it happen. Your offensive line, you've got a great quarterback, but your group of receivers, you guys have a lot to offer, and you have a lot of different places for him to throw the football.
Right, and I think that comes from the competitiveness of us in practice, because if one person's doing better than someone else, it's, all right, let's one-up that guy. So I think it's the competitiveness between all of us to get us going that really brings out the talent in our group.
All right, let's talk too about your defense. Tell me about your defense as a unit. You have a lot of different intricate responsibilities out there, and each man really has to do his job.
Oh, for sure. And this past week, I'll give it to our D-line and our linebackers. Our defensive line was always back there putting pressure on the fastest kid in the state, and then the linebackers were there to clean it up when he was scrambling. But as a defensive back group, I think that we were very good. Lockdown coverage. J.J. Hester didn't have a catch, so that says a lot, that D1 athlete. And then the other guys on the side, that they're also very talented too. I think that we did very well on the defensive side of the ball.
Now, you put a lot into football. You have a lot of activities you're involved in. Obviously, you work really, really hard. And you enjoy baseball too as well, don't you?
Yes, sir, I really do.
What is it about baseball that you like so much?
I don't know. So it's not as contact as football, so it gives my body a break, but the competitiveness is still there. So I always like to compete year round.
Well, you're at the halfway point of the season, and you've got a lot more football in front of you. You feel like you guys are getting better each week?
Oh, for sure. I think that the off-season work is still going through the weight room and on the field work. I think that it's just climbing up the stairs from here.
All right, well, listen, we appreciate your time on the show. Good luck rest of the year.
All right, thank you for having me.
Trevin Holt, senior, here on the Spartan Football Show. And once again, Now in Orthodontics is our sponsor of our Player of the Week. We'll come back and talk about the youth team of the week.
For most buyers nowadays, energy efficiency is one of the top things on their list. At Roush Coleman, it's a top priority for us, and our customers are able to live in one of the most energy efficient new homes built. As a result of that, you're going to see that those utility bills are less than anything else you're going to see with a used home or an apartment that you live in.
Henry Primo for Primo Mitsubishi. We're proud to be a sponsor of Bixby football. I hope you'll show your support of Coach Montgomery and the team. They're champions just like we are at Primo Mitsubishi. So come see me, Primo Mitsubishi, 15309 South Memorial, Bixby.
I've been a proud patient of Dr. Ryan Allen's for the past 5 years with my kids. He really only treats when it's time and he's ready. We came back later and he put braces on my son, who just got them off last week. His teeth look amazing.
Now in orthodontics, we're different. I think the first thing you notice when you walk in the door is going to be an energy and enthusiasm and of a team that really loves what we do, and we like to have fun every day.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I was at my yearly checkup when I was 12, and we went and got x-rays, and she diagnosed me with scoliosis and that we needed surgery as soon as possible.
Tulsa Bone and Joint was very compassionate. They took their time with us. They answered questions. He was very encouraging.
Dr. Clark helped me see that there is life after spinal fusion. Just because your spine is fused doesn't mean that you can't do what you love to do.
It's time for our Midwest Sporting Goods Youth Team of the Week, and we head to 7th grade now. 7th grade Blue, Gentry Parker, the head coach, joins us here on the show. Gentry, good to see you, man.
Yeah, good to be here.
Hey, let's talk about 7th grade. You've got this team, and long time to get to this point. What's it been like for you?
It's been a lot of fun. You know, we're last year before school ball, so we're really excited to get these kids up to Coach Montgomery in the high school. Hopefully we're getting them prepared and ready, and you know, when the program's doing that great, you got a lot of excitement going on even in the youth, and these kids are going out having fun.
Yeah, second time for you through, and you're seeing a lot of those kids from your last team that are playing on Friday nights.
It is my second time through. My first group through is now seniors, and they're having a great year. Wish I could say I had a lot to do with it, but we'll give Coach Montgomery and all the other coaches credit for that. But it's good to see kids that you've seen in first grade, little bobbleheads, up now and seniors in high school, running around out there and doing well.
Let's talk about your team that you have right now offensively. What do you guys kind of hang your hat on?
Well, we're trying to mix in a lot more passing this year. We've, trying to, that's where the game is going in general. So we've got with Coach Snyder, the offensive coordinator at Bixby, and we've trying to implement some of his stuff on a real low level. They're 7th graders, they're not high schoolers, but trying to get some of the formations in, a few of the routes in, starting to mix in some more passing now that the kids are getting stronger. But we've run around the high school formations, and we've got a good, strong running game where we like to, we call it a jumbo package. It's really a diamond type formation that we like to run, but we've got a good mixture of some speed and power, and try to mix up the pass and the run and keep people off guard. All
right, we start with the offense. Let's turn to your defense and see what you guys have to offer there.
Well, you played yesterday, had a good game, got another shutout. We've had a couple shutouts this year. We like to fly to the ball. We're not real big, but we're fast, and we play team defense, try and get 11 hats on the ball, fill our gaps, play our responsibility, and it seems to be working so far.
What's been the most rewarding thing for you? Tell me about what that's been like from a rewarding standpoint to be a head coach at this level and to go all the way through from grade 1 to grade 7 and what that's been like.
I think it's neat to see these kids all come together and form a friendship and a bond outside of school. We had a new kid that moved in this year from 7th grade. It's going to be tough moving into a new school when you're in 7th grade. But he's, practice starts before school starts, so he gets to make a few friends before, and football's such a great game, and these guys are out there battling and practicing 3 nights a week, and just to see them develop. And when you see a kid get it and it click, it's not always about those star players. Some of those kids that aren't quite as talented, from 1st grade to 7th grade, something happens in there. They something clicks, they grow, they get bigger, and a bad player becomes a good player, and it's nice. It's fun to see that.
Absolutely. Great to have you on the show. Good luck the rest of the year. Gentry Parker, 7th grade Blue, our Midwest Sporting Goods Youth Team of the Week. That does it for the show. Don't forget, homecoming Friday night at Lee Snyder inside of Spartan Stadium, taking on Ponca City at 7 o'clock. We'll see you next time.
The Bixby Football Coaches Show is brought to you by Roush Coleman Homes, improving quality of life, one home at a time. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. Primo Mitsubishi, where the value always exceeds price. Midwest Sporting Goods, put some Midwest best on you. Now in orthodontics, live life smiling. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love for the game. Doc's Country Mart, check us out at okcountrymart.com. BTC Broadband, stay connected with us. Billings Construction Group, our service is unequal. Matthews Ford, come get your Ford certified vehicle today. And by Baker Pool.